Hello, Aries. I'm sorry I'm late. I'm late for an important date. This is I normally call it homework family readings, but Spirits kind of told me to change it up and call it home light security readings. So this is for Aries for the month of March. And I'm sorry that I'm late, but I've been caught up with all the energies just like everybody else. And, the Schumann resonance, the geomagnetic storms, the solar flares. Oh my God. Anyway, so yeah, the energy's been a little nutty, and I know it has been for you guys because technically you're in your 12th house. Now, the 12th house is the hardest of the houses to truly understand and probably walk through in general because it's our grief, our sorrow, our shame, our blame, our insecurities, and it's all of our spiritual denial and stuff we shoved up underneath the rug. But the thing with shoving stuff up underneath the rug is it's still there. It's just hidden. It's in plain sight, but hidden. All right. And the reason I say that is because Aries, anytime the sun, especially since you're about to come on your birthday on the 20th, the sun moves into Aries. So up until the 20th, it's still definitely your 12th house. And then depending on when your birthday is, technically you are still in your 12th house. Then it's the reborn time. Now, I'm being told for many of you, some of you are having some problems with inflexibility and stubbornness, but you're Aries. And some of you are having some pride and anger issues, but again, you're Aries. Some of you are having some inflexibility with your spiritual communication and learning how to take action and understanding what to do with that. Plus, what you're looking at for this month, you've been looking at a lot of your self motivated, your action oriented, self assertive energies. And how are you going to bring that into fruition by believing in yourself and bringing your beliefs of your free will forward? So it's going from it's kind of working backwards because the way it works from the ascendant to descendant, from the ascendant to the descendant, is it's your outer world, but are you feeling it inside? Are you getting the understanding from inside how to bring it up and out of you instead of going it's about being inward, but at the same time bringing it full circle outwardly. So it's your self identification, understanding how that self motivated, action oriented, self assertive energy is actually working by acknowledging a lot of that 12th house. The grief, sorrow, shame, blame, insecurities of where you may not see it yourself because, like I said, some of that's swept underneath the carpet. Um, Some of you on the psychic level may also be having issues in the form of knowing how to trust and believe in yourself and that intuition, that spiritual connection, like they were saying, and knowing how to use it psychically to bring you forward. So you're kind of just like, like running around. What I just got is like running around in a circle with your head cut off, like a chicken. Trying to figure it out, but what you're not doing is slowing down and hearing and listening. And for Aries, I understand that's hard. I'm a fire sign too. It's hard to slow down because you're just boom, ready to go. It's wanting to know that sometimes it's also you're trying to go at your own pace instead of the pace that's best for you. What is your fear of failure here? Acknowledge your fear of failure here so you can face it. And let's face it, Aries doesn't really have a problem with speaking with authority, but you do, fire sign, I understand, you do sometimes be a little inflexible and think that you know it all when you haven't slowed down long enough to get the whole deal. Okay, is what I'm getting. Now, let me give you a little bit of an idea of what's going on here. On the 18th, you have the full moon, which is going to be taking place in Virgo. On the 20th, the sun moves into Aries. Mercury, now here's a key for you, especially because, let's face it, I know you Aries are like, I got a brilliant idea, I want to do this, and then when it didn't work out like that, you're off to a new thing. You're talking about Mercury super fast traveling through Pisces, which is your 12th house. Pisces has Neptune in it, the sun in it until the 20th, Mercury in it, and Jupiter, which is making it incredibly psychic and powerful, can bring you healing. But at the same time, you have to be aware of your surroundings. Because with Mercury flying through this, Mercury wants nothing to do with this energy. It's like trying to just hurry up and get through it. And it's because it's got a lot of 12th house stuff. It's kind of going to be like, and there's what you need to hear, and there's what you need to hear, and there's what you need to hear. But while you're not paying attention to the surroundings because you're getting the whammies, it's kind of giving a Mercury retrograde energy. So what I'm saying is, you've got to stay focused in the three-dimensional world because, and I'm not just saying it for you, I'm saying it for everybody, but especially for you in your 12th house, because this is an easy area to be Mercury retrograde-ish, and, like a car accident coming out of left field because you're all up in your head and you're not paying attention, or the idiot that's driving in front of you is all up in their head and ain't paying attention. You get what I'm saying? So this is about deep discovery of yourself, but still be very aware of what's going on around you. Because as it comes out of that 12th house, it starts the rebirth. All right. Now you still have Chiron here. Chiron and let me see. Who else is here? And Pallas, the Athena, the warrior goddess. This is all about strategically understanding things have to change. Chiron is the wounded healer. He's going to be here for a couple more years. Pallas will not. She moves slower, but not that slow. And then the sun's going to start coming in and illuminating the rebirth of you. Okay? So it's going to be starting to really look at your self-awareness, how you view yourself, how you view the world around you, and the manifestation that comes from that, as well as how the world views you. And 90% of the time, how you view yourself and how the world views you is two different subjects. Not that it necessarily matters, but it's the truth. But what I'm trying to get at here is the first house is who you are, but it's also ego. So it's, like I said, it's, are you so quick to be sure that you know everything when you're actually learning pieces of yourself that you're healing? Chiron is here, the wounded healer, trying to show you how to not start the same cycle again. Pallas, which is Athena, the warrior goddess, is trying to show you how to strategically use her wisdom to redirect so you are not starting new cycles again. So this is a very positive energy, but up through this rebirth for this next month, it is going to be having some under the belt true identity issues of realizing who you are and what you want and where are you in your own way. Like I said, grief, sorrow, shame, blame, insecurity is where we point the finger outwardly, but it's just as much our fault where we're in denial of doing the same stuff. It's your subconscious hidden self, what you sleep underneath the carpet. It's where we have our own self-undoings, where we have our own self-deceptions. We've created the idea into believing that this is what's best for us. Well, we know damn well there's things that have to change. And this is part of what's going on as it goes out of Pisces and into Aries and starts to work through the beginning of next month. Now, your second house still has Taurus in it. And it's going to be here for several years. But now we have the North Node here. This is everything you need to learn about yourself in order to move forward in the most positive ways. That's what the North Node's job is. Okay? And Taurus, backed up with Uranus, this is literally being the possession of your own soul. This is understanding that if you want to harness your power, you have to control your inner chaos. Because if your inner chaos is out of control, like a wildfire, then you'll never harness your power. And this starts with understanding your self-value, your self-worth, your self-esteem, your own independence, individuality, your own safety and security with being yourself and standing in your power, but slowing down long enough to actually be like, no, I'm not movable in this area. This is what I want, and I'm going to stick with it. And that's where Aries have a problem, sticking with something. You guys get too quickly ready to go and on to the next subject. And if you want this change, this life that you're trying to create to shift in the most positive way, this is coming with standing in your power, standing in your value, because that's also where it's also ruled by the second house, which is money, finances. So now we're getting into manifestation and abundance by how you feel about yourself and acknowledging all parts of yourself so that you are truly open for manifestation. Okay, you get where I'm going? So this is really learning the powerful tools to redirect and shift. Now, as you come into your third house, this is your communication with yourself and the outer world and what's up close and personal to you. Everything about Gemini is up close and personal. Okay, you have Chiron here speaking to you about where you're nurturing yourself in the healthiest ways or where you've been neglecting the nurturing. You know, where when we think of court cases, you know, like child services and stuff, this is talking to us about nurturing or neglecting proper health and diet, proper, you know, clothing, proper mothering, proper, you know, cleansing. So where are you communicating with yourself the nurturing that you need? Where is, and Lilith is here also. So it's asking you to come into your fire of deserving the communication that's good for you. Not talking that unhealthy shit to yourself, but acknowledging where the unhealthy shit that gets stuck in the mind is actually working against you so that you can 360 that crap and turn it over. Okay? Now we move over to, because you don't have anything else in any of the houses until we get up into that 8th house, which is saying we're directly staring down the rules, the walls, the boundaries of your relationships. And this doesn't, anybody you care about, you have a relationship with. Hell, you have a relationship with your money. When you have no money, you know about your relationship with the lack of it. Okay? So anything you care about, your friends, your family, your loved ones, your spouses, your children, your work friends, anything, your work. This is talking about setting the healthy boundaries so that the relationship itself can be worthy of continuing to move on. So are you being valued? I mean, really? I'm not saying you are, you aren't. I'm saying it's up to you, you know. Are you being valued? Are you being seen for who you are? As well as, are you seeing yourself in these relationships for who you are? Are you coming into your value? Or are you giving it away? Are you not speaking up and not having the communication? Now, that's kind of rare for an Aries. You guys typically speak up, or you wait until you blow up. Okay, but this is reminding you your inner emotional security and your inner power. Like I said, you have to be able to control your inner chaos if you ever want to harness your power. So you have to know yourself and your truths in order to know where you truly stand in the relationships, and if from there they're continuing to be healthy or not. And if not, do they need to be tweaked or they need to be let go of? Because there's plenty of relationships that just need to be tweaked. Okay. But the thing is, your South Node is here. This means there's automatically something in these relationships that you're really good at doing that keep leading you to the same place. So it's time for us to start noticing where we're self sabotaging what we desire from these relationships by stop doing the same thing over and over again. Because you can't have the healthy rules, walls, and boundaries that nurture the relationship and the relationship and your own spiritual growth when you keep doing the same thing that's actually harmed you. The South Node in Scorpio says there's something about the rebirthing that's not happening. It's like you rebirth the same cycle over and over again. So what needs to change so a new cycle begins and you stop living the same old story? Hey guys, I just read the astrology. I'm sorry. Now, your 10th house still only has Pluto in it. So it's actually starting to calm down. The outer world, the job, the authority, the outside, for you on an up close and personal level, the authority of the outer world may not be like feeling like it's knocking on your door as much. However, what probably does feel like it is the people you keep from within the outer world, because the 11th house now is full. That's Aquarius. It has Mars and Venus, which have been going like this for about 2 months now, and they're right next to each other. You also have Vista here, which is the keys to making it work, which goes back to the relationship. Then you have Saturn here, which is the rules, laws, and boundaries set in the outer community. The groups, the friends, the memberships that you keep. Do they support your goals, your dreams, your ambitions? Do they support everything you want to see come into fruition? Or are they like, work friends that only really matter when it works for them? I'm just using it as an example. So it's asking you, are you really seeing the truth within the outer community and the people that you're a part of, these teams, these groups, these memberships? Are you really seeing the truth in these people, these things that you're a part of? Does it support what you really want? There's basically, is there value in it? Is there any value to your heart and soul by being part of it? Okay. And if not, then it's just a waste of your time and it's keeping you from achieving the goals, dreams, and ambitions, things that you want to bring into fruition. Let me see. Because I have two decks that are talking. So let me see what Aries. What do you have to say for Aries? Now, can I kind of need the vibration to go up, please? No, I'm going to need the vibration to come up. Give them a higher vibration on how to get there. Thank you. Hermit, go inward. Go inward, but pay attention to what's going on outwardly. Pay attention to what's going on outwardly, but very much hermit and figure out who you are and what it is you desire. Where it is you want things to go. Sorry, guys. I have the Hermit, and then what I'm getting is the Princess of Cups. This is get right with you. Get right with you. This is get comfortable with your own inner waters, your own inner truth, your own inner unknown. Get comfortable with who and what you are so that you can truly be who and what you are. They just said stop hiding. You move too much. I mean, I move it this way because you move too much and I can't figure out what that was. Your inner Zen. It's the four of swords. But for me, this is your inner Zen, your inner truth, your inner pause, your inner balance of the conflict. It is, according to the runes, it would be Dagaz. It is the shift of the consciousness, the ultimate breakthrough. This is all playing together. Come together with yourself. Come together with your inner shaman, your inner higher self, your inner spiritual self, and find the inner balance of your own true awakening. And it will show you where you should be going. It will show you where you're not realizing the balance that you need. I have another deck that's trying to talk, but this one just keeps going. Find your inner hierophant, is what they're saying. Virgo, go inside. I mean, not Virgo. I'm saying, and I wasn't saying, I was trying to say, because hermit is a Virgo. So I was trying to say, find your inner hermit, lead your way to your inner hierophant, is the way that they were explaining it. I don't know. There's not 3 here. Shift that up. This is an I Ching deck. This is called the Clinging. But what she's got going on is fire behind her, water. She's coming into, pulling all of that energy back to herself. It is the inner dance of herself, fire, illumination, inspiration, devotion, all consuming passion, the regeneration of spirituality, virtue. It's finding your radiance. This is it's a very powerful time for you, but I won't deny that when we're going through major healings, it often feels like shit. What was this one? Okay, you're not allowed to be like shifting. As soon as I get the card pulled, it's like, no, I've changed my mind. Hold on. One last one. One. Just one. That's not fair. I said 1, not 5. I will go back to the other deck. It takes discipline in order to get to the deliverance. That's your source energy coming back into you, but it takes patience to work through the hermit. Get yourself to the hierophant. I know you guys do not like to slow down and you guys want to give up quickly, but this is not the time. Stay working the course. I love you guys. Bye.